there's the model, an avocado, a golden delicious apple I think, and a little vase. I've roughed it in here. I'm painting this on a old watercolour that I don't like really. It's just watercolour paper, and I've treated both sides with PVA glue, but this side I've mixed in a black and a vermilion background, which I just as so I can establish the forms here. And I'm going to do a bright red tablecloth to counter change against, or to complement the green avocado. Now, as you know, this is all new to me, all this still life stuff. But I'm just uploading a demonstration of Chidham Harbour, Chidham near Chichester Harbour, or in Chichester Harbour. But it's probably the longest video I've done. It's about 57 minutes, and it's taking a couple of hours to upload, even when I've compressed it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to establish the shape of this to start with. With an old brush here. Try to get this bulbous shape there, and then paint around it and adjust. Now, as you paint, don't worry about the finished article so much as establishing the pattern and the composition and getting the shapes right, but trying to keep everything soft, keeping your edges soft. That's my sort of advice. That's a little bit pointed there, so using that reddy blacky colour, I'm just going to paint that out a little bit. Bit thick, bit like me really. So that'll all blend in, and I think it's slightly more bulbous than I've got. It doesn't really matter, and the top is sort of like a very, very pale cream. The best I can do is with a bit of yellow ochre. It's as near as anything I can get. So let's just try to get that round. That'll be the highlight of the top of an ellipse. Just come out there a little bit. And I can put shadows on here. Alright, just get that round here. Hopefully, as I add more paints, it builds up a bit of an impasto. So we've got a bit of darker colour on the left hand side of that. So I'm going to mix up a bit of a grey with Viridian and alizarin. So I want to keep the picture warm. I don't want to use too much black. I've used it in the background, but let's that'll do. Just put a bit of a highlight on here. And a bit of highlight there. I think that needs to come out a little more on the left. There's a bit of a pattern on this little vase. Okay, we're a bit out there, aren't we? So we'll bring that out quite a bit more. So I'm just going to put a shadow side there and change that shape a little bit. Get the hole in the vase central to the vase. And we'll Right, that's the basic colour of that. That shape's not, still leaning over a little bit, isn't it? I'll still come out a bit more on that side there. I don't think we could get much better than that, really. Oops. I'm using this a lot of this black and red, just a background colour, just to establish the shape as much as anything. Now it's still more bulbous. I'm not so worried about the colour at the moment. It's really just to get that shape up. Probably it's the hole that's not quite in the middle. So let's just change that a little bit here. And put in that dark. Bring that over a little bit. Right, let's put the light highlight pad. Let's just bring it over to there a little bit. I can clean it up later. It does. Right. Let's get the bit underneath here. There. Now we've got this dark, we've got a dark pattern on there, sort of a, don't know what it is, that's quite a dark line there. And so I've got it's got a sort of a blacky grey burnt sienna, quite light, well, mid-tone. So that down there. Right, now we've got leaves on there in sort of black. A bit of water on there, just to thin it down a little bit. Sorry, I can clean it up later. So we've got a pan coming down, there, and another that comes look like compass points. Another one here. Here's a bit of what's left of my medium. Well, I'll clean that up later. That's just a and there's a little bit more of that repeated there. I can clean this up by painting in the negative space. It's a bit too rough at the moment, so we'll right, well that's very rough, but that will do for the moment. Let's just clean up. Oh, we've got a bit of the highlight there. Put it in when I think of it. So I made a rough my own back with this one. Catching a bit of light from the window. Right, okay. Let's do that apple now. I'll go on to the apple. A bit of lemon yellow. I think it's a sort of a lemon yellow, a bit of white in. It's a bit flat. A little bit of orange in that. I don't like the shape of that apple really, so I can change that by using my red and a bit of alizarin. I can change. By the time I put the shadow in, of course, it'll got this local colour in there. Oops. Not sure about that. It's more. It's also chrome lemon, chrome orange, chrome. That's where we go a bit darker on the shadow side. It's a bit too round, isn't it? So, bit of that black. I'll just a bit uneven, you see, that's what I'm trying to do. And that red needs to come across here. But I can establish that more with a shadow. It's more of a pointed sort of shape there. Okay, well that's yeah, put that red. That's the where the stalk comes out. Just feather that. Alright, well let's put in the avocado now. I just want to establish that a little bit more. So that is a sort of a bit of a grey colour there. Okay. I might do this one in a couple of parts because I'll need to do a lot more painting than I plan to do. So, right, so do the avocado. So we've got a bit of lemon yellow, bit of red, viridian, let's see if it's an avocado colour, probably more yellow than that. The avocados are dark green anyway, so we can only really show this with the by using the light on it, catching some high spots. So that will complement the red of the tablecloth. Lighter green on the light side here. And we've got a bit of cast shadow on there from that little vase. So I'm just going to put that in with the alizarin and viridian. Let's just get that down there. Okay. Clean my brush. I'll modify the background. That still doesn't look in the middle, does it? Get that colour right. So you know, I can't do detail. I have to paint rough, which is okay by me. Rougher the better, but okay. Let's put a bit of shadow on. Being acrylic, it's drying so quick. I can put shadows on almost immediately. So we'll keep just dragging over. The shape not too bad, but by the time I get my stalk in there, I'll put it in. It's quite light, this yellow, and I haven't really got that yellow, so we're going to have to put a little bit of green on it here and there. Lots of colour. Nice light yellow highlights. Right, this is where the stalk comes out, that little indent, catching the light, just on the bottom here. And we'll put that shadow back in here. Right, now we've got to do the highlight. Nice in here. Quite a thick bit of impasto there. I need to go back with my yellow on there because it's not too, it's just slightly red. Right, now the stalk. Now what colour is that stalk? The stalk is like a burnt sienna with a bit of black in it. And it's coming from here. I'll put a bit of a highlight, I'll put a tiny bit of very light green on there. Just on there. Right, I need to work on the avocado now. That is not a very good apple. it's too dark around here, and there's quite a bit of light because it's daylight. So let's just get that in there. Graduate it, or gradate it. Coming on. Right, avocado. We've got a lot of light spots on there, and a bit of shadow on there, but it's very difficult to show the shadow with that. Well, I can do that. I can glaze it really. So, a bit of water, plenty of red. Just go over the and that black back there. I was glazing over, trying to glaze over the edge to let some of that green show through, but I'm not having quite success with it. Let's put the green back. Dark. And we've got some more lemony colour down here. I'll do a bit more to this. We've got some highlight, and we've got some light. Oops. Some lighter bits here. Got a bit of light in there. We can put some reflected light on there. And we've got lots of light catching the pimples on the avocado. Pimples in, it's easy to do them. I haven't got any high spots to hit on this with the dry brush. Right, we've got darker green, and with dark green use a bit of red in the green. Don't look much like an avocado to me. Probably a bit too round. Too evenly round, so we'll alter that. Bit of black, bit of red. I try and keep it sort of nice and nice and soft. Good old thinker. Right, I'm going to leave that for part one. I shall work on it before I do part two. It's coming on. I'm not displeased with it, but we've got to get these shapes right, and the colours, just using the pigments that I've got. I'm not one to go out and buy the latest pigment that just does the job. Use what you've got and make it go as far as you can. So thanks for watching so far. Bye for now.